Alright, so I've been working on this little doohickey. Gotta keep it under 10 seconds though, or lose your attention. I'm working on it. It's just all these random pieces that come to my mind. This car is cool. Like, it's dope. Like this has probably been one of my favorite cars that I've owned for a long time. But I've been working on possibly trading it, but for my dream car. You guys know what my dream car is. You should. Update. We've got a few things going on. We've got a few things going on here and there, but I promise I'll give you guys an update next video. I've been bad at that. I'm not used to that. Always got to back in. Hey, bit of 7 Shanks. What's going on, man? How are you doing? Wondering what you might have in mind, and if you had any questions for me about the EVO.
I mean, I've got a ton of and I've got like 11 or 12 lined out.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what, if you have like a budget in mind, what you're trying to do, like how far you want the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I mean, I really don't want it to be too modified. Yeah, I mean, I can sure as hell give you some really good, I mean, everybody on my channel knows that I've always wanted, so that would be a really good opportunity. Give you some specifications and some knowledge on it. I've probably put about 40 into this car. I know it's absolutely not what it's worth, but like it's built really, really, really well. It's got genuine parts everywhere, genuine body kit from Japan and stuff like that. Like I imported all my stuff or had it custom made, and it's got a ball bearing turbo, makes like basically the max that's safe to make on the 4Bs.
Let me think which ones I could maybe work in your favor, and assuming you're
Gonna happen. Gotta dig through a whole maze to get back to my whip back here. Golly, man, what the hell? Give you a quick update on this. So we have until the 7th. The 7th, this car is getting painted, so I finally have a deadline. It's hard to push myself without a deadline. I gotta be honest with you. So like, I've been kind of like just taking my time. I got the import coming on Friday. We bought the house. So like, I really haven't had a desire or even really time to work on this car. But now that I have like a must have, I would like to get this car done today, if possible. The only thing left I need to do on this car is, I've got a few more things I need to weld up. Like, I gotta patch that kind of stuff up before I get it painted. It's fine though. Big dents like this, Bondo. So I gotta sand this door. Gotta get all this cleaned up, wet sand. I don't know what that, this is freaking duct tape that I gotta get off. And this panel right here is like super, super dented. So what I've gotta do is take a lot of time and put a lot of effort today into just sanding the crap out of this and trying to make it not just like wavy and nasty. This car's not gonna look perfect by any means whenever it's done, but I would like it to look like it was at least repaired. I want it to look as good as possible. I know it's not gonna look perfect, but I can make it look good. And then I also have to file down the body kit, which that's easy peasy to do. Just put my respirator on and get that fiberglass on, and I should be able to open the doors. And other than that, like, we put the interior back together. Victoria and I can come here and clean it up. And I also just had to order new rear fully adjustable suspension because this toe issue is getting very frustrating. And instead of replacing the entire subframe, I'm just going to give suspension that gives me a fully adjustable alignment. Easy enough. All right, so we got some room now. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Bondo, my favorite stuff in the whole world. I'm gonna have to pre-sand this, so I'll go ahead and get this all sanded down. Gotta figure out how to get this off, and then we'll move to this after I start trying to fill. I mean, this is a big hole. That happened in shipping, and I'm pretty upset about it, but what are you gonna do? Cool. You can actually see, as you guys saw a couple updates ago, I packed the backside of this with extra resin and extra fiberglass, and I'm glad I did, because if I sanded that down anymore, it would have gone through. So that's why I did this, just to let you guys know. I'm going to go ahead and keep testing and making sure the door fits or doesn't fit or whatever, but I have to wait until that is dry before I go for it. So I filled in a lot of these holes. I'm gonna have to do a lot of sanding, but there's just so many little dents here and there. I figured I would just honestly cover the whole thing with a bunch of Bondo and go through and then really hit it hard with the sander. After I hit it really hard with the sander, grab the body panel one. This helps you retain body lines. Very, very useful. I'm gonna try and make this super smooth. It's not gonna look good by any means today. It's gonna look like that, but I'm gonna go ahead and take most of that Bondo away, sand most of it away, and also this too. I got a lot to clean up here. So since I'm here and I got time to kill, this is what I used to do. So when I was in high school or middle, I don't know, young, before I turned 16, I worked for my dad, and to be honest, it was always really boring. So what I do when I got really bored is I would get into a golf cart and I just go around. I just drive. I'd make my own racetracks. I couldn't drive yet, didn't have a license. So what I would do is I'd make my own racetracks out of the shop, and it was so fun. I'd do it for like hours. Ooh, apex here. Oh, I gotta hit brakes hard. Ooh, turn around, turn around, turn around. Yeah, woo, baby, woo, yeah. I'm a grown up, and if I get his stuff dirty, he's gonna get mad at me. All right, here we go. I would do that for hours. On slow days, we would even like wet the shop floor down. I would come in and I would do like a 180 and I would literally try and drift the carts. It was fun. It was dumb, but you know, I was 14, 15, just working. Ooh, got a little burnout here. Ooh. Guys, it's been about an hour now, and this seems to be, it's still sticky, but sandable. I don't want it to be too hard when it's done, but yeah, if I can't, oh yeah, it's about to break, so that's hard enough. We'll go ahead and sand that. Also, I just did about 30 minutes of straight sanding, and I finally got to where it barely clips it, so I'll have to do a little bit more work on it, but whew, I have to re-fiberglass over that, fill in some of those holes, and it'll look fine. Woo! All right, that's a lot of work. So some of it still isn't even dry. Most of it is. Maybe there's just a lot there. So I'm just gonna let that dry. It won't be an issue. It's actually possible there might not have been very much hardener mixed in with that, so might have to just scrape it off and do some more, but this is looking really good. There's no more, this goes with the body really well. I'm filling in a little bit more of this. I still need to do a lot of this, but I'm waiting. I need to get a new pad, and I'm trying to wait till a little bit more dries. Just having fun, just going at it. I'm trying to get everything done possible except for fender cutting and like final paint prep today. I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
That's fun. Nice.
So unfortunately, I think this part needs to dry a lot longer because it has probably less of the hardener in it. So I'm gonna come back one more day of prepping. I'm telling you, literally one more day, and this car will be ready for paints. So I told you guys a while back that we were going to be painting this. I thought my dad and I were going to, but he decided he didn't want to do that anymore. So that's cool. I'm going to end up just having somebody paint it. I know you guys are ready because of how much I know I want this car to be ready. So I'm literally gonna have one more day of prep. I'm gonna come up here, cut the fenders, finish a little bit of sanding, and maybe touch up a few things, clean out the interior, and get this car buckled back together. One more day of that. And then on the 7th, which is next Thursday, dropping this car off, and we are finalizing this. I still need taillights. I have been looking around. Everybody either asks way too much for them, or people that try to sell them to me or give them to me flakes. So I still need those. I can use the bug eye ones for now, even though I don't want to do that. But this car is going to look so awesome when it's done. You know, I'm going to talk a different place. This is getting ridiculous. This is a little quieter. Maybe not. My car's pretty loud. I tried to wave at my neighbors again, and he didn't wave back. I'm concerned that they really just are not psyched about the cars. I'm trying to be quiet, dude. Like, I could be that guy that introduces them two-step. I guess they're just going to hate me anyways, then might as well do it. Just kidding. I'm a good neighbor, promise. So the rest of the stuff we have to do to the Subaru is pretty simple. It's just like a day's worth of work. A little bit more sanding and rebondoing, but I need to make sure that stuff dries. We need to cut the fenders, which that's always a fun time. I think that's really about it. I would like to get my proper mounting hardware set in for the body kit instead of using Cleco pins. That'd be nice if it fit before, so I don't have to do any cutting after the paint. So that's like super it. A lot of sanding, some cutting, and filing down the body kit and finalizing like some of the really basic prep stuff is all we need to do. It's really simple, and we're so close. This build has taken a lot longer than I anticipated, but we've had a lot more going on than I anticipated. I didn't bite off more than I could chew. It's just something that really occupied my time, but I didn't realize some of the dependent variables would take so long. Today, man, I just wanted to say, I dove into this build because it was cool. It was a trend on YouTube this past summer, and I guess it's still trending, so I would consider maybe doing it again. But, you know, I did this for myself because I didn't know how to do any of this before. I've never sanded a car. I've never bondoed a car. I've never done anything that I've done to the Subaru. I've never done that to a car before. And I wanted to prove myself right. There was a lot of people at the beginning of this build that said that it would never be done. It'd be done poorly. It'd be done this or that. It would never get done. I know I take a while to do stuff, but that's just how I choose to do things. But, you know, I think that there's so much to be said about, like, your willpower. If you put your mind to something, if you believe you can do something, you can do it. It is insane what your mind can do. If you literally tell yourself, I can do this, I will be able to do this, I will do well, I will quit this thing, quit that thing, quit this addiction. I will have a good relationship with my parents or my wife or my girlfriend. Like, you have so much power in your mind, you have no idea. And going into this, I was kind of scared, just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I told myself I can do it. And all these builds that I've done, like the JZ that I've built practically by myself, the EVO that I built practically by myself, I didn't know how to do any of it before, but I told myself I can do it. And I did. So I want to encourage you guys today. That's my advice for the day, is that I'll keep saying variations of this type of thing all the time, but if you tell yourself you can do something, you definitely can. No matter how big, no matter how small, just believe in yourself. Y'all have an amazing day. I will catch you guys. I will likely film tomorrow, but definitely Friday, because that is when our big day is. Love you guys. Peace. Mwah. That was weird. Yo, so I got 2 videos for you right here. I just coughed. Oh my god, ow, that hurt. Watch for this. Watch for those 2 videos. Oh, I'm gonna die. Watch those 2 videos so I don't die. I think I'm good.